Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And the time has come.
Oh, the what you said was going to happen?
It is the appointed hour. Yes, it's time to pay for tweets.
We said this was coming.
We told people, and they said, there's no proof of this. I said, you know what they're going to do, right? Because their revenue's down. They're going to start charging people for tweets. And then there were some stories out there about how they were going to do a subscription service. And people said, no, that's a lie. You misunderstood.
Right. What do you know?
What the hell do you know?
A lot, if you haven't already figured that out.
Sometimes we just guess right, too. But, you know, in this case, it was like, this is the only thing they can do because, you know, their ad revenue is not good. Twitter's reputation is not good. So what do you do? And all these platforms have done it. They offer a premium version of their existing service.
Right. But those other platforms aren't, you know, socialism central. And, you know, and some people are having a shit fit.
We're going to talk about that. Yeah, a lot of the crowd that Twitter has attracted over the last decade, actually I'd say the last 4 or 5 years, they're turning on Twitter because God forbid you pay for a service that probably eats up, you know, how much server space, how many resources to keep it going. You're not allowed to charge people for that. It's the people's platform. You can't do that.
And you're not required to do this. You can still use it for free. And I mean, as time goes, I'm sure the prices are going to go up and more special features are going to be featured on for the people who pay. But that's called reality.
No, they're not. They don't like this capitalist
version.
So
they like reality.
They don't like capitalist Twitter. They like reality. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're over 189,000 subs, hoping for 190,000 soon, and then 200,000, and then like 15 million. I'm just
That's right. Yeah, you know, why not?
By next year. 15 million.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll just make that happen.
Anyway.
I bet you I could, but it would require some things I don't want to do.
Oh, that's a different paid platform. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. And also, if there's noise in the background, real quick, we're recording from home this evening because the power in the studio has gone out.
Yeah, there's an outage, and they don't know when they're going to get it back on.
I have no idea. So The Verge reported this. You sent this over to me. Twitter may be working on Twitter Blue, which I thought was something else because I'm thinking, oh, Blue, oh, it's porn. No, it's not.
Why would you think that was porn?
Because Blue, like Blue Films and Blue.
I don't even know what that is, but I do know that, I mean, Twitter, people are more making fun of it because it's already blue.
It's already blue. A subscription. Do you get your blue check?
I was like, yeah, you're going to fight people to get their blue check?
So yeah, Twitter, according to The Verge, may be working on Twitter Blue, a subscription service that would cost $2.99 a month. Oh my God, they're robbing people. $2.99 a month.
Less than $36 a year.
App researcher Jane Wong uncovered the new details. We'll talk about that because this comes a day after Twitter was politely asking you to protect its targeted ad dollars. Yeah, they
because they didn't have money, which we've been telling you. They're not making the money they need to make to stay, you know, out there.
Yeah, so they need you to turn on the targeting ads. It's a surprisingly low-key attempt to get users to allow Twitter to track them, considering the company highlighted Apple's addition of app tracking transparency. This is a thing. Google, and we're going to see some changes in websites and stuff like that too. Google is getting rid of their tracking cookies as of next year. So it's going to change things. So now they're basically like, oh, please let us track you. Please, 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 because we know, you know, this is how the ads get served and the better paying ads.
We already don't make enough money.
So now they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you.
This is the beginning because they lose the tracking and stuff. You better believe it might start out this way as optional, but eventually it's going to be, you know, everybody's got to pay $3 a month, and then those who want better service got to pay like $10 a month or something. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing in the fact that a lot of people that want to yell and scream a lot don't want to pay the money, so I'll go back to Tumblr.
Yeah, well, yeah, good luck with that. This is the thing. You're starting to realize that the internet costs. For so long, the internet has been bankrolled by venture capital. And,
yes.
You know, now that the venture capital is starting to run out, now the ad dollars are starting to run out, now it's time to pay the piper. It's kind of like selling drugs, you know? They gave it to you for free for a half a decade or a decade. Now they want to charge you.
Right, because you guys, it's not free for them.
No.
You getting a platform to pontificate your political, you know, another P word.
Poo-poo and pee-pee. Your political poo-poo and your pee-pee.
It costs money. It costs them server space. It costs them employees. It costs them all kinds of money for you to have this free space for your platform. For your soapbox to yell and scream at everybody else. It's not free.
So here we go. This is coming from The Verge. Twitter previously confirmed it is exploring a paid subscription model.
Now it's exploring at this point.
Exploring. And app researcher Jane Wong tweeted Saturday she discovered how much it will cost and what will be called. Twitter Blue, she says, will cost $2.99 a month and will include an undo tweets feature.
Everybody's been asking for that, or for the edit buttons.
Yes, and bookmark collections.
Well, yeah, bookmark collections, who cares?
Yeah, Wong says it appears Twitter is working on a tiered subscription model.
So that's probably the bottom tier.
Which she posits could mean a less cluttered premium experience for the highest paying subscribers. Now, I could see them doing something like Discord, where you basically could have your own private like Twitter garden, your own walled garden, but you're gonna have to pay for that. You could have like a company Twitter area where only company employees can interact with each other.
Oh, so if they want their own echo chamber, they're going to have to actually pay for their echo chamber. Okay.
Yeah, if not, you're going to be...
Well, that's not going to happen.
If not, you're...
pay for anything.
They're not, and that's the problem. We're going to go out to Twitter and we're going to see them react. They don't want to pay for anything. And $2.99 a month isn't bad. I mean, hell, we've already got, Slack, we pay for that. Same kind of a concept, right? Discord, people pay for that. A Twitter spokesperson declined to comment Saturday, but the company doesn't usually confirm or otherwise comment on Wong's typically accurate discoveries of new features before they launch. Twitter's made a slew of new product announcements over the past several weeks, updating its warnings for potentially offensive tweets, improving its photo cropping algorithm to allow taller images to fully display in feeds, adding the ability for Android users to search their direct messages, and rolling out a tip jar feature to allow users to make donations to some creators.
The ones they prove by
journalists,
because, their gravy train's running out.
Yep, experts and nonprofits, although the last one raised some privacy concerns. Earlier this month, Twitter acquired Scroll, a $5 per month subscription service that removes ads from websites that participate. But the Scroll announcement, Twitter also said it would be winding down Nuzzle. Where do they get these names from? Nuzzle. Scroll service. So basically... Yeah, if you pay, they'll probably take the ads off of Twitter. You'll get ads. So just like website, like a regular website.
Anything place else.
I mean, we're seeing this more and more with, we've noticed it, covering news, is that there are so many websites out now that have a paywall up. Even if it's only a couple of bucks a month to subscribe to the site, times hundreds of thousands of users or whatever, it adds up, and there's more and more content that's going behind the paywall. Somebody's got to pay for it. The venture capital is running out. The targeted advertising is going to be really hit or miss after next year, so they got to do something. Wong noted in a later tweet that Tony Hale, the former CEO of Scroll, who's now on the product team at Twitter, tweeted the day his company was acquired that Scroll would integrate into a broader Twitter subscription later in the year.
That seems to confirm that there's going to be, different tiers for Twitter.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So if you go out and you search for Twitter Blue, this is interesting. Twitter Blue is yet another example of how capitalism in America has gone too far. It's gone too far.
They wanted me to pay for my free shit.
We're going to keep getting offers for a paid upgrade until we have no choice but to pay.
Yeah, probably.
Our entire way of life
is
one big pyramid scheme folding out as we speak. Oh my God, we have to pay. We have to pay.
We don't just get to sit on Twitter and lecture everybody and tell them how they're shit and we're the bestest ever, and then they don't have, they could probably pay and block us.
And here's Jane Wong, who broke the news. I don't get it. Reddit has Reddit Premium, Discord has Discord Nitro, YouTube has YouTube Red, Visco has Visco X, etc. And they all work fine without, while subscribers enjoy the premium perks supporting the platform. So why isn't Twitter allowed to have Twitter Blue? Why mad?
Yeah.
It's ruining our way of life. It's ruining our way of life.
We deserve free platform that you have to listen to us on and yell and scream and get you booted from and blocked and flagged because you don't agree with us.
Oh, God. Twitter Blue. Oh, my God. This is going to be all the, yeah. paid for Twitter Blue.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. I'm gonna make fun of people who pay for Twitter Blue. It's okay. They're gonna make fun of you too when they have way more access than you have.
Well, yeah. So I could see more companies using it.
So now they're trying to do this thing. We're gonna mock those who use Twitter Blue. We're trying to control Twitter by saying we're gonna mock the people who use Twitter Blue.
Yeah.
But people are gonna use it, especially if it is it tied to your business in some way. I'm sure there's gonna be perks that make it worth using. I just think it's hilarious because they're having meltdowns.
Yeah. Because they're taking your free Twitter away, people. They just can't. They cannot fathom that this stuff costs money. Like, yeah, it's like what you think you have a right to use these platforms. You know what costs to run these platforms?
Well, you said it right there. They all think they have a right to use whatever because they're them.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, this happens all the time. Now, a lot of times, people don't want to pay for it. They leave, and it causes issues for the platform. A lot of times it doesn't. Well, let's see what happens. But Twitter might be in trouble because there's so many people who love the free platform to go and scream and tell everybody else what they should think, that they probably will leave and go back to Tumblr or something. So maybe go get some stock in Tumblr because it'll probably just be worth more.
Right. If the rollout is successful, they will eventually continue to increase.
Yes, that's exactly what they'll do.
This is what every platform does, guys. This is how it works.
And they're having a hissy because they're like, yeah, but you know what? They're like, no. Okay, bye. Okay, fine. Bye. Go ahead and leave. This might be a much better world for everybody else because they're not going to have these people on there all the time telling everybody else that you owe them something.
Yeah. They make money off our analytics, and then they have the audacity to ask for a subscription fee of services that should already be included. We made you rich.
They don't, as the person who has the audacity to demand they should get free because they're them. If you don't like it, just don't use it. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have to admit, Twitter is a dumpster fire. But I would pay $3 a month for it to be less of a dumpster fire. If I could curate my timeline a little bit better and not have to deal with a bunch of freaking randos and just use it to talk to the people I want to talk to, and that is it. Which I guess you can do if you go private or whatever. But I think it'd be worth it.
I just think it's hilarious to me that they're just having this big of a meltdown over it, and then they're turning around and like, we're gonna make fun of everybody who has it. It's like, I think the people that are paying it that might have better Twitter than you don't care if you make fun of them.
Probably not. Yeah, it's going to be like, so this has been the plan since the beginning.
Yeah, and all the 10+ years it's been on.
Yeah. So here's how these things work out. Usually with a tech company, they usually have like a 2-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and they have to be profitable. A lot of these companies are coasting on venture capital for years, and once that dries up, and once the ad revenue dries up, if they want to stay in business and you want to keep tweeting, well, you got to pay people to run the shit. You got to pay for the hosting. You got to pay for the bandwidth. You got to pay for all the costs that come with it. So yeah, guess what? You want Twitter bad enough, you're going to pay for it.
I love the next one. I can't afford a cell phone, Amazon Prime, and $2.99 a month. Well, then I suggest you get rid of your cell phone or Amazon Prime.
Wait, why?
Those two things cost way more than the other.
It's $2.99. It's
It's like, I can't afford my hundreds of dollar Amazon Prime, my cell phone, and $2.99.
For half a cup of coffee, you can support Twitter and make sure that the people's platform stays online. Think of the children. Think of the children.
They always say think of the children. It's not for you. It's for the grown-ups.
Twitter's been thinking too much about children lately. That's part of the problem, and people brought that up. But I'm not going to mention that in this video. Yeah, is the edit button an additional charge? You know what? These bitches, they all complain they're going to pay it. They're going to pay it.
I don't know. I mean, look, I get why people are mad. But the flip side is, what did you think was going to happen? Because if you follow any of these things, they have to monetize it in some way. Heck, if Facebook has to lose all their ads, they'll probably start charging you for shit too.
I'll never pay for this hellscape. We have to rise up. If this becomes
rise
a reality,
up to what?
Rise up to what?
What are you going to do there?
Rise up to $2.99 a month.
We're going to rise up and tell you that you demand that you keep giving us free stuff, and then what's going to happen? The company's going to go under, and you're going to have nothing anyway.
So I gotta wonder though. I mean, here's the thing: is this gonna shake out a lot of the people on Twitter who cause a lot of the drama and a lot of the problems? It's all. If they actually made everybody who signed up for Twitter pay, or at least do a better verification. They could get rid of sock puppet accounts and kind of do like Facebook, where you got to verify who you are a little bit better and all that. That would solve so many problems on Twitter.
There's so many problems in the world. Because a lot of the shit that we keep seeing with pop culture, you can basically trace back to the media and Twitter, and the media usually on Twitter. You know, a lot of the Discord, like not the server, but like the people fighting each other and all that. It can be tracked back to like Twitter. Hands down.
Yeah, so this is, since the vast majority of the millions of Twitter users are unemployed leftist Democrats, this move should wipe out a ton of people off the platform. That'd be too bad. I think there are a lot of people that think that they're owed Twitter.
There's a lot of people think they're owed a lot of things. And it's like, okay, well, your choice is you pay it or it goes under anyway. So, okay, let's follow this through. They can keep it free and you get to keep your free. Well, you're either going to have to let them put ads on everything, because that's it. They want the free, but they want to block the ads too. Yeah. And it's like, you don't get to. You're gonna have to give up something. I'm sorry, but you don't just get it because magic comes with a price, dearie. You're gonna have to pay it some way.
I'm sorry if you're in the place where $2.99 a month is too expensive.
And some people are. I'm not mocking them.
No. I'm just saying, like, spending time on Twitter is probably one of the least of your concerns. I think, maybe find some other stuff to do something.
We won't get all sock puppet accounts trying to get the She-Ra movie hashtag trending.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it could either clean up Twitter or kill Twitter. I don't know what's going to happen. But, it's definitely going to change things.
Well, they have to. They can't keep going the way it is. And I mean, they're begging you guys to, let the ads through. You won't do that either. You basically want your cake and eat it too, and you can't. Something has to give. Sorry.
Let them eat cake.
I'm sure they're gonna leave a free version for at least a couple years.
That'll be Twatter.
No, it already is Twatter. I'd say Twatter, but
Are we gonna wrap this up?
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.